Hello, everybody. Roxanne Gavari, Pemberley Realty, along with my partner, Santiago Guerin.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Looking forward to another market update. Me and Roxanne were talking about earlier about how excited we are to see the numbers today.
That's right. That's right. Every month, it's anticipation. Has it gone up or has it gone down? And what we perceive, sometimes it matches what the numbers say, and a lot of the times it doesn't.
Before we look at them, I know you already pulled up the forms to have them ready, but
I tried not to look. I
I know
tried
you
not to
haven't gone
look.
on detail yet. What are your predictions? What do you think?
I'm thinking that we have gone down.
Down
And
in what
and
term? Like less property sold, down on
that's
price.
true. That's true. When I'm saying we've gone down, it could have very different
Yeah.
meanings, right?
Hmm.
Personally, I actually I would not mind if the prices go down a little bit. I think that affordability is a major issue that we have. I think that achieving the American dream of homeownership is very, very important for every individual, especially the younger people. And I feel like when housing is out of reach, that it is inflationary at, I don't know if I should say at the least, at the worst, or at its best. But either way, I think that we need to have things be affordable, and within reach if somebody wishes to get into the housing market. And the market that we have right now is far from it. And unless we increase wages by a whole lot more, which is basically not sustainable and again inflationary. It's we're looking at prices coming down, and we need to see that.
Yeah.
That's just my take on
Yeah.
the whole thing. So so that being the case, let's look at some numbers and see what the numbers say, and what the consensus of the general market is about that, right?
Let's
So
see it.
let's start with 92116, because we have two offices in San Diego area, one of which is located in 92116 in University Heights. And I guess University Heights, it's not significant enough of a neighborhood because it's not being mentioned. Kensington and Normal Heights are called 92116, even though we think that since we are in University Heights that we're the most significant. But apparently that's not the data that is presented. So that being the case, now here's the interesting part. There was a buyer that called me last weekend and said that he was moving back to San Diego, that he's traveled all over the world and been away for about 12 years, and has lived in very many different cities, and he's concluded that San Diego is the most desirable place for him to live in. And so therefore he's coming back to San Diego and he's ready to buy, and his budget is 850,000, and he wants to be in 92116,
Yeah.
and he wants to be in a single family home. And so I told him, okay, well, then this is what it looks like, the reality. The reality being that the median sales price, and I told him that median sales price was at a million, and look at what this one says. Well, median sales price is actually at 1.4.
Yeah.
And he said he absolutely does not want to get into a condo. So if he did want to get into a condo, he could comfortably get into a condo, because the median sales price of a condo
Hmm.
is 615,000, and he has $850,000 to spend.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, well, that was my story connected to this, but I'm going to leave it to you, so to to go ahead and interpret this, because again, this does not look like what we see on the graph.
Yeah, I mean, here we can see that, prices are going up, you know, year to date as well as for the month of August compared to last year. The new listings stayed the same. Pending sales did increase a little bit more. Closed sales a little bit less. Inventory of homes for sale, there we can see that there's a lot more homes out there in the market. So, you know, now's the time, right, for those buyers that are on the edge of their seat. 34 homes out there compared to 23 last year, and then the month supply of inventory 2.8, compared to a 1.9 is a big difference.
Now we have actually a comment. So very excited that that our audience is watching, and Robert is saying people are saying that there will be a boom based upon pent up demand and lower interest rates. I personally think prices have risen for the past 14 years, and we're due for a correction. And I would say, Robert, definitely agree with you there that we are definitely due for a correction. And yes, prices have been rising since 2012, which, in my opinion, 2012 was the bottom of the market, the last time that we had a market shift. And they usually say that cycles are real estate cycles go in 7 years. So we are way overdue for a market correction. And but like Robert is saying, if interest rates are going down, that usually means that the prices will go up, which is opposite of what we want. But at the same time, job market is soft. So what makes sense is to protect the job market rather than prices. So we do need to cut interest rates. Now, I was actually talking to one of my colleagues that works out of the Massachusetts area, and his opinion was that interest rates, it's a good thing that we have interest rates come down, but he doesn't think that we're going to see a tremendous amount of demand, and therefore he is of the opinion that the prices will not go up even with the interest rates coming down. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Going back to your interpretation of what we see here.
Yeah.
Closed sales down by 12%, and days on market at have gone up by almost 10 days. Inventory has gone up, which we knew that was the case. I don't know if I actually see this though, that prices have gone up by that much. I actually think prices have actually come down, even though this data does not support that.
Yeah, I agree.
So that is very interesting. Well, you know what? Let's look at other zip codes and see. Maybe we see something different in those zip codes that tell us a different story.
Oh yeah, this one does.
So this one is more realistic, right?
Yeah.
This one is actually a lot more realistic. I would say yes, about 6% decline makes sense, even though on the condo side there's a 3% uptick, and that actually makes sense. I can see that condos would not be losing value because they're lower in price, and lower price has not been affected as much. But look at days on market difference though. Look at days on market.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild. It's from 18 days average to 76 days average. So that tells you something, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this is just comparing August this year to August of last year, but then if you go to the year to date, that also went up if you see from 26 to 40. So
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's go and look at Del Mar because our second office location is in Del Mar. So let's see what Del Mar's market looks like. And Del Mar's market looks pretty much in line with what we see in Mission Hills,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
6% decline in Mission Hills, 8% decline in Del Mar. That is in line with what, at least what I feel like we see on the ground, between 6 to 8% decline from last year about this time. And days on market, same thing here. Days on market has gone up a lot. Look at monthly supply of inventory. This is almost close to double. But here's the thing. And Del Mar has this nuance where you have a condo at $1 million and you have a house at $24 million. So and that range and price could produce something like this,
Yeah.
you see something has gone up in price by 22%. I don't think that is the true reflection, but interestingly to see that the houses definitely are coming down. Let's look at Carmel Valley because I feel like Carmel Valley may not be as wildly different than Del Mar, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at what we see here. And so here we see, okay, well, I guess, look,
Yeah.
this very, very similar to what we see in Mission Hills and in Del Mar.
Yeah.
About 5-6% decline in price, right?
Hmm.
But very interesting that days on market has not gone wild, and inventory of homes has gone up higher, but not by not sharply, I would say. And here it actually shows that the condo market is soft in Carmel Valley as well, which is interesting to see,
Very, very interesting.
right? So, so if somebody asks, are the prices going up or prices going down? What do you think the answer would be?
Yeah, I mean, definitely down. Homes are sitting, so those price reductions are being made.
And those price reductions make sense. They're legitimate.
Mm,
And if
100%.
you're so now let's look at this because this is also important. So if you have a house at 2.5 million, and you know that if you price it for about 5% less, that's going to be at a price that's going to be attractive, and
Yeah.
it's going to cause it to sell. So if the house is worth about 2.7, then you will get it sold at about 2.565.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really touched much on the percent of original list price received. It's kind of, you see if, August of last year, you would get 98% of your original list price, and now you're getting 95% of your original list price. So,
Exactly.
down
Exactly.
3%, basically.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, all right. So let's go and take a look at what's been selling, and let's go take a look at 92116 and 92014, and let's look at pendings. And let's look at the month of August,
let's see.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a number of homes, 196 units, and we're going to pull up both condos and single family homes. How's that?
Let's do it.
Okay, all right. So the cheapest one being this condo. Oh, we've seen this condo
Yeah.
many times before, but look
Yeah.
at this. 645 and now they're at 599. 92 days on the market, one bedroom, one bath, $628,000. And okay. Okay, so pretty nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
Pretty nice, but you know, we're in a market where there is not that many buyers out there, right?
Yep.
So it's not going to sell. All right, and uh, let's look at the highest one on zip code of 92014 or Del Mar, which is actually, you know what? This home has been on the market forever.
Yeah.
We can quickly look at it, but I would say I would like to look at something that is newer on the market. So we've pretty much seen all of these guys, but look at days on market: 300 days,
300.
67 days, 221 days, 178 days, 143 days. Let's look at this one.
Yeah.
It's newer on the market and it's worth taking a look at. So, 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, with 2 half baths. So, and for 5496 square feet, and it's at a price of 10,850,000 with a nice ocean view. So let's take a look at this one. This is worth taking a look at. It's definitely newer, and it has views. It's pretty modern and it's very attractive. So nice size kitchen, very modern, very sleek, very clean, and it has an open floor plan with indoor outdoor living, very minimalistic, very modern. I like the way that you see how they lined up the
Yeah.
marble on both sides. This is what I call attention to details. See,
Yeah.
nicely done. And then we're going to go into the backyard, nice size pool and beautiful views. There's also a spa that you can lounge on. Beautiful dining. I really like this indoor outdoor dining. That's very enjoyable. Like the outdoor kitchenette. Also very enjoyable. I would say this is probably 20-foot ceilings. Also very nice. And this looks like it's the primary bedroom with its own coffee maker for
Yeah.
those morning coffees. Beautifully done. And a very nice spa-like bathroom. And then it looks like you step down into the rest of the bedrooms with a family room downstairs, which is really nice, with its own kitchenette down there.
Mhm.
And you also have a sauna, massage room, and very nicely done. And I don't see a whole lot of yard. I
Mm.
guess you could have
Understand. Yeah.
this is your dog run. I can see that's your dog run, and then you have a 2-car garage in the front. So beautiful property. And let's move on to 92116. So let's move on to 92116 as the most inexpensive one. So one bedroom, one bath, 636 square feet for $408,000, 7 days on the market, compared to one bedroom, one bath, 28 square feet for 600,000. So there's about $200,000 difference between the two zip codes, right? So let's see what we get for $400,000 in 92116. Okay, so this unit is in Suncrest, and I actually really like Suncrest. And downstairs units are even that much more attractive because they have a nice backyard, and they're spacious. They're very spacious. They're very nice, and so that's your least expensive. And let's see what's the most expensive. The most expensive spin. Now, here's the interesting part. The most expensive has been on the market 77 days, 75 days, 72 days, 55 days, 92 days, 55 days, 48 days, 28 days. Okay, so let's look at 28 days. Actually, this is one of our listings. So let's take a look and see if we find a buyer for our listing in University Heights. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2540 square feet for $2,179. And you have this beautiful patio area, and you have 2 entrances from 2 separate streets, which makes it very attractive, right? There's the front of the house, and you can sit at these chairs and look out at what's coming and going. Here's the living room area, and then you have a beautiful dining room area with vaulted ceilings and also skylights. So you bring a lot of sunshine in, and you have an office area. You have 3 bedrooms if you count the office as a bedroom, and you have a very nicely done bathroom in the front. And then you have your primary bedroom on the 2nd floor. This is also the family room, kitchen, very spacious, and you have a breakfast nook, and then you have the upstairs. This is the patio off of the primary bedroom area, which is also very nice, with a beautiful bathroom, and of course the amazing patio and a very nice view of the canyon. So that's what you get for $2,179,000. And then let's look at what's actually sold for the most expensive that has sold within the past month or so, is this house, 5392 Wilshire Avenue, for $2.15. And this is in Normal Heights. And then from there, we go to the least expensive that sold for 1 bedroom in Normal Heights for $399,000. All right, pretty basic, but pretty nice. Washer and dryer and a shared garage. And then we're going to go to Del Mar. The most expensive has been, I actually saw this one and I thought that it was very nice. And 5 bedrooms, 6 baths, 7,300 square feet for $21 million. And I thought that this was,
Yeah, we did go
of
over
course,
this one.
anything anything
Yeah.
for $21 million is going to be very, very nice. But I thought I actually liked this one rather than the one for 73 million better. I thought that this was a
Yeah.
really attractive house. So I'm not surprised that it actually sold, and it sold for, did it sell for more? Let me see. Yeah, it actually sold for more. So it was listed at 20,950,000, and it sold for almost $1 million more. And I am not surprised. This was a very attractive home. And let's see, the least expensive one in Del Mar. The least expensive one in Del Mar. Okay, so two bedrooms, two baths, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 837 square feet, sold for 980,000. That actually sold relatively quickly,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and I can see why. It's
Yeah. No, it's
sun
very well done.
filled.
Yeah.
It's sun filled, right? And that's pretty much the reason why. It's full of sunshine, very close to the water, so naturally very attractive. So that's the reason why. Well, there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We enjoyed reviewing the market with you today. So if you want to get a hold of us, you can reach me at my phone number here, or you can reach my partner Santiago at his number there. You can reach us on Facebook, or you can reach us on Instagram. And if you give us a follow, we would really appreciate that. There's our website. If you wish to email us, there's our email address. And of course, we always appreciate your business, your referrals, or your questions and comments. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So as we're making more videos, you have a chance to see them. And make it a great day.
Bye, everyone. See you guys on the next one.